Hey everybody, I'm Zee Garcia, and today we're going to be pushing our luck and doing some fake gambling in Zocken. In this game, every round, some player is going to be rolling all of the dice one at a time, and the other players are then going to be betting on whether the roller is going to manage to arrange all those dice on the board. If they do so, they're going to get a whole lot of points. Those who bet on them are going to make some points. And if they don't manage to, well, you're going to be hurting. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works together. We'll come on back after that. I'll tell you what I think of it. So here are all the components that come with the game. Very few things. Every player is going to get one of these yellow tokens. You put the board in play and you have all the dice sitting by waiting to be rolled. So in this case, we're taking a look at a game with 4 players, so everyone's got one of these, okay? I'm going to be the first player, and I'm going to start the round. So in the general flow of the game is I'm going to roll these one at a time. I am attempting to have them sequentially organized on these spots. It can either go, increasing this way or decreasing this way. They can be either way. And I am trying to score the most points I can. The other players, after my third die roll, have to decide if they want to bet on whether I'm going to make more than 50 or they don't think I'm going to get that far. If they do choose to be in, and I do make more than 50, I'm going to score all my points and they get half as many as I scored. If they are in, however, and I don't get more than 50, they will lose a flat 20 points. And you're going to play a number of rounds around the table depending on the number of players. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to take one of these dice and I'm going to roll it. And I'm going to place it. I'm going to place that one right there. There is a reason why I want to place the green one on the green spot, and that is for bonus victory points. We'll come back to that in a little bit. So I did one. I'm going to go ahead and grab another one. I'm going to roll that one, and I'm going to put that one there. And then I grab one more, and I'm going to roll it, this one, and I'm going to place that one. I'm going to place that one right there. And then the players are going to decide if they want to bet on me making more than 50. So let's say this player is not feeling so confident, and these two are going to say, yep, all right, we're in. And then I continue my turn, all right? So again, I am making sure that these are sequentially organized. Now, the same number next to itself, that's fine. So I'm going to roll this one. I got a 3 on that. I'll go ahead and place it there. I'm going to roll this one. That got me a 3, so I'm going to put that one right there. I'm going to roll this one. I got a 1 on that one, so fantastic. And then I'm going to roll this one, and I got a 4 on that, which I cannot place, because it would have to go between these two or between these two. So that one goes down here, all right? Now I get to the scoring, now that I've rolled them all right? And the scoring is listed right down here. So if I get them all on, meaning none of them bumped off the bottom here in the out section, then I'm going to get 50 points. For every one that's out here, though, I lose 20. If I don't get that 50, I'm going to lose 20. But then I'm going to score some bonus points depending on the color matches up here. So right now, I'm at minus 20. But of all these I rolled, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them match the color that they should sit on. And so I take a look at the rank over here. 4 of them means 100 points. Minus 20, I am looking at 80 points. I'm going to score 80. This player is going to score 40. This player is going to score 40. And this player who stayed out of it neither makes points nor loses them. And then this goes to the next player. Another thing to watch out for is these 2 outer areas right here allow you for a little breathing room at the edges if you must put a die there, but you will lose 10 points if you need to go into those spots, so be aware of that. And that's all there is to it. You're rolling these one at a time. At 3, you take a pause momentarily to allow the other players to bet on you or not bet, and then you finish out the round. If you can play a die and place it, you must. You cannot purposely bust someone, but you don't have to place them smartly if you don't want to, If I rolled a 3 and I put it here, I'm allowed to do that if that's my very first roll. I'm probably not going to make it, and people likely won't bet on me, but I can choose to do that. It's about walking that fine line. And then if you do see a lot of people bet on you, you can always try to shoot for exactly 50, at which point, or fewer, 40 maybe, at which point they would lose 20 points. You still make your 40. So that's it. That's the way it works. And the score for matching the colors skyrockets as we get near the bottom here. If you manage to get them all on the correct colored spot, that's 280 points. But, good luck achieving that. So there you go. That's the game. Let's go back up top. Let me tell you what I think of it. All right, so there it is. Before I start chatting about this, I do want to mention the game is actually an older game. It's from the late 90s, actually. And what I'm looking at here is the latest reprint of the game, though it seems like it's been reprinted a couple of times. It even had one game out there that was a re-theme with the scoring rules reworked a little bit, all right? So let's take a look at this one, though. Overall, I have a lot of mixed feelings, and the game generally is fairly down the middle. It's nothing too exciting. I thought it was okay, distracting enough, but nothing too exciting. Not one I'm going to be hanging on to, for example. I'll just go down the list because it's sort of a mixed bag here. So at the very top, we've got theme. This one doesn't really have a theme, so it gets neither a thumbs up or a thumbs down here. No theme on it is fine. That's okay. The aesthetics. Don't like the aesthetics. The game is certainly not a looker. The dice are little wooden dice. All the pips are golden. That's a nice touch. But the board looks really boring. The player bidding tokens are not very user-friendly. It'd be nice if they reminded you what you're going for at the very least. They don't do that. Just nothing aesthetically pleasing in this game. Replayability. It's very low. You're going to have the exact same experience from one session to the next. Nothing will change. So I can't really recommend it if you are someone looking for a lot of replayability in your games, which you probably should be, right? Game length. That's good. That gets a thumbs up. Game's about 20 minutes, and you know what? 20 minutes is right for this activity. Ease of play. Somewhere down the middle, because it's the scoring is a little hard to internalize, certainly at first. The main thing being, if you put them all on there, you get 50 points, and then from that 50, you subtract the 2 10s on the edges. If you don't get all 7 on there, you lose 20 points for every die that's off, but you don't take into account the 2 negative 10s at that point. If you couldn't place all 7, those 2 edges, the negative 10s on the side, don't actually affect you. And then, whether you did that or didn't, then you check the colors. Yeah, it's just kind of messy. It's a little bit messy and for something that should be immediately graspable, that's going to take a little longer than I wish it should. So again, ease of play, somewhere down the middle. And then lastly, tactics, strategy, luck. There are some choices in the game. There's some push your luck, which can be fun. But overall, nothing that's going to, again, hook you, keep you engaged, making choices, making really neat calls one way or the other. You sort of pick the color you want to roll, go for that, and then bet. And you're probably better off betting than not betting unless some other player did something particularly dumb, honestly. The risk reward is, it's simply better to bet, I would say, most of the time. Because if that player does pull it off, you're going to be making quite a bit. I think the 20-point penalty is simply not worth it. Again, unless I think it's really, really apparent they're not going to make it. Even on a long shot, I would go in for this game. I would say, boom, I'm in. Because losing 20, I might make 50. You know what I mean? So, and the games don't tend to be close if one player is not betting. If someone's being more careful about not going in, they're going to get smoked by quite a bit. That seems to be what happens in the game. So there you go. Overall, Zocken is a neat little activity, and I enjoyed my plays of it all right. Like, I wasn't hating it sitting down there. It's only 20 minutes also. But it's one that's very forgettable. It's not something I would really recommend someone go out of their way to find. And there are lots of push your luck games out there. This whole of, betting on something happening or not happening. I think that's not exciting enough in this package where I would personally say Yeah, thumbs up, go get it. It's okay. Very middle of the road. So there you go. That is Zocken. Thanks for checking this out with me, everybody. I'm Zee Garcia, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com.